Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody had a wonderful day yesterday, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. So, bit of good news. I got some work done yesterday. Actually, I should say this morning, because apparently the server likes to go down at night and reboot my brother's computer. Yay! So, so I went ahead and I got some work done this morning and got a large amount of the tunnel done, as well as another station put in. Had to do a little bit of tweaking to make sure that everything was working correctly, because the station does actually have a direction that it needs to go in. But on top of that, I now have a train that is going back and forth between this station and our Forever Home station. And that station specifically was the one that was giving me problems, but I fixed it. So, where that leaves us is that I now have a location over here. Kind of waiting for the the train to show up. Um, but we got a location over here where the train will be running to. I can load it up with stuff, and then I can take it back to our forever home to drop it all off. On top of that, once the train comes back, right, let's come down here. I need different music. There we go. And the nice thing is that we should be able to, if I remember correctly, right on top of this. Yeah, here it goes. Need to get that summer sloop. Don't want to lose my head. And we get to ride this all the way back. Oh, that's good stuff. It's like an egg over there. I know, it really is. Mercer sphere up there. I have to get that at some point. And we're coming in to the station. And there we go. We now have a train from one station to another. Took a little while, and it took a little bit of finagling to get it all to work, but it finally works. So next up, the next thing that I added was the hypertube here, which I'm thinking I might move it to the top. The reason why, I'll go ahead and I'll show this off here, is that because of the way that it's set up, it tends to get a funny camera angle and isn't all that enjoyable. But if I move it up to the top, you'll actually be able to see what's outside a little bit better. And then one of the other things that I can set up at that point, like I don't know if I want to center it or if I want to do, like, I don't know. I don't know yet. But what I figure I'll do is I'll go ahead and set it so that there are multiple sort of stations along the way. Because this over here is going to need a bunch of stuff, which will then lead to that train station. And then if I use this as sort of like a segue point, a rest stop, if you will, that'll make it easier to get down to all of that, which, if I remember correctly, is primarily iron. Yep, lots of iron. So much iron. So that'll be one of the things that we go after at some point. But I was just really happy to get the train going. But let's... I love this little cart. Yeah, exactly. Progress. Progress! Like, it's not super fast, but this little cart is a lot of fun. And the fact that it's portable is great. Now, if I remember correctly, there's also a gold version of it. But I also know that there is a Cybertruck, funnily enough, that you can get in the game. Off-road handles like shit. It's terrible off-road. Might as well be trying to wrangle cats. I could almost imagine, though, having like 60 of these all automated so that they're all running around collecting something from a location and then running it back, because they have exactly one stack's worth of room in their inventory. There. All right, so now that we have a train going and we have the other thing going, what I need to do is I need to make computers. Also, how are you? Cool. And so for computers, I have two options on how to produce them. Either way, I need circuit boards, which circuit boards are pretty straightforward. That's just copper sheets and plastic. Now, if I go the traditional route, it's 4 circuit boards, 8 cables, 16 plastic to make one computer. Or I can use 3 circuit boards and 1 crystal oscillator to make 2 computers. Which is kind of better, but yeah, because that makes 3.3 per minute. So I'm gonna need. I know, right? I have a whole lot of quick wire. What do I need for circuits? I just looked at it. plastic. And copper sheets. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to craft some by hand, specifically so that I can start making some railway signaling. Finish up railway signaling, and then I can do rail signals. Wow, I can't talk today. But the entire purpose of today is to try and start getting some more areas for production set up. And specifically, I need to start doing like computers and stuff. And then being able to bring that all back to the forever home. The other thing is that I'm going to need to set up more power. So I will probably have to add additional fuel generators. Currently making enough I'm currently making enough fuel to do 5 more, which would be a tremendous bonus to my power grid. So we've got that going for us. And let's see, after that, so I need to upgrade my power plants after we get the railway signaling done. And then I want to start looking at what I will need in order to... Well, okay, here's another thing that I need to consider. Is that I have the ability to add the sort of Wi-Fi items, if you will. Or, the depot. Item depots. That would essentially allow me to have inventory available at all times for all the parts that I need. And I should be able to add those directly off of the splitters for everything. It would just require a lot of exploration because I have to find a lot of Mercer spheres. Which, doable. Pain in the ass, but it's doable. Good Lord, look at all that sunlight. Let's see. All right, now what do I need for the computers again? Cable. Always comes down to needing cable. Also, I don't have any of those. That's probably something I'm going to have to start bringing over. Make 28 of those because of plastic. Need more plastic. And actually, before I get too deep into that, I'm not going to have any because I don't have any set aside. Here, I do not. Okay. So let's make some more of those. And then once we get this set aside, we can start looking at what our next research is going to wind up being. Make more of the circuit boards. I need to grab more plastic. Oh, that was good stuff. Vanilla something latte. That vanilla espresso latte. One of those little Nescafe boxes. I remember my mom's mom used to have one at basically all the time. Anytime that we went over there my grandma's house, grandma and grandpa's house, they had some. Like she always had some available. I never drank it while I was there. I just remember it always being there, and so that box, that specific container, is etched into my brain for all of time. And I think that's maybe the second time I've ever had any. It's not bad though. Not quite the same sort of kick in the ass that coffee gives, but not bad at all. All right. More. Okay, cool. So I'm up to 33 of these. Also, I wanted to see. Okay, so we're almost done with tier 6. I've just got pipeline engineering and fix it blueprint mark 2 before that's done. And then we have to start working on the parts for phase 3, which is where it gets real interesting. So, yay. All right, need to go grab some more plastic, which most likely my best bet is to actually go to my source of plastic and get some. There we go. Had to do a little bit of redesigning down here as well. One of the problems that I was running into, is that I had actually run out of fuel down here, and I had plenty in here that I wasn't utilizing. So I had to go ahead and tweak this a little bit. But this yeah, that should be flowing in there, which is flowing in here. I almost feel like I need to add a pump here or something. Let's do that. Oh, I need rotors, which I don't have. Okay, I'll have to come back with that. And plenty of plastic there. Which this one is making those the way that it's supposed to. This is the one that I should actually be taking. Did I? I did. And this one actually should also be going up here so that I can feed it into the system. So what we're going to do is go grab some stuff to start building belts with. I have a feeling I want to do that. Oops, too far. And then, poor little guy keeps running into that wall. I need to fix that at some point. Let's see. Some of you. I need a whole bunch of you. I don't think I need screws for anything, but just in case. Oh, and rotors. Also, one of the things that I should look at doing at some point in time is they're not done down there yet. I think they would be by now. All right. So what I want is go. Well, gosh darn it, they should be done by now. It's just polite. Let's also go ahead and get that pump on here. There we go. That should start hopefully pumping stuff out from over here. Oh, that's partly because you ran out of residual. It should get fixed. Because now that I'm going to be... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that really obnoxiously painful bullshit that they like to do. Where they go, hey, Wade, we don't think you're spending enough money with us. We could absolutely be getting more out of you. So, we're just going to have to change things up, okay? I remember, God, it was years ago, too. It was after my ex and I broke up, and I had moved out of the apartment because we had been sharing an apartment. And it was supposed to be kind of like yeah, of course, they always do. But when I was leaving the apartment, there is a form that we could fill out. It's basically like, I am no longer going to be liable for rent or anything like that. Basically, it's like a separation agreement. And so I remember distinctly signing it because I figured that was going to be the last day I was going to get to see her in person and get to talk to her. And she decided that she was just going to go ahead and sign it and not show up, which really pissed me off. I was like, well, damn it. So I went in, I signed it, I left. It was what it was. Well, it was a couple of years later, and I get a phone call from them, and they're like, hey, you haven't paid any rent in a while, and we're trying to get money, so you owe us rent. And I'm like, the fuck I do. So wound up having to go in. Um, and actually, I wound up calling them and saying, like, hey, I signed this agreement like a couple of years ago, or like a year ago, or whatever. So I don't need to do anything. And they're like, let's check. And sure enough, they found the paperwork. And they're like, you know what? You were indeed correct. I was like, I know. Apparently, she had skipped out, which honestly, there were a couple of red flags about her anyway that I should have picked up on. One of them was the fact that she had a pet. She actually had two pets, but had not claimed them. And so was constantly hiding them from the apartment complex. And it's like, yeah, they know. They're not that dumb. Then again, maybe they were. I don't know. But there was just, I don't know. Honestly, there were a lot of reasons why I probably should have stayed out of that relationship. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. It was, and I will say this, it was nice living in the apartment. I did enjoy that aspect of it. Because the two-bedroom apartment that we had was actually pretty sweet. Let's see. I need to add. You up to somehow. What if? I feel like that is incorrect. The other thing that was really frustrating about how her and I broke up was she was basically with a new guy in like a couple of weeks, if that. Like she was already hanging out with some new guy almost immediately. Which got me to thinking that they had a relationship previous to our dissolution of ours. Let's see, where do I want to put this? They can. They definitely can. That's why I basically just reached a point where I'm like, you know what? Don't need them anymore. I'm good without them. I know they always tell you, but you know you need to find somebody who completes you. But do I really? What I need is. Ooh, yes. Oh, Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I shall add plastic to the list of things that are coming into this poor line. This poor line here. It's just pulling everything in. Ugh. There we go. Ugh. And there goes the plastic. Let's see. Eventually, I need to actually like start making this a proper building. Kind of like that. Need to bring some lights down here as well. Of course, I'm not currently using this miner Mark 1. Could be working with that a little bit better. We've got fuel. I've got plastic. We've got a little bit of everything coming in. I think that needs to be. Let's see if I can. That. I was talking to Kintar this morning as we were talking about the server and whatnot. And because of all of the work that I have been doing on the base, it has caused the amount of RAM that it takes up to increase, which I'm not surprised at. I'm putting this through its paces, and there is a lot of stuff going on. It's now up to like 4 gigs of RAM just for the dedicated server. Shazbot. There we go. That's better. All right, now let's see if any of the plastic is actually making it over here, which it is. Awesome. That is BEA beautiful. So now I need more. I can make 6 more of those. Awesome. That'll put us up at 39. And just need 11 more. There we go. And of that. So the biggest two things that I need is I just need a production location for. I need to bring in some plastic. Let's see. Rewind this. I need a location where I can go ahead and I can build the circuit boards, which requires plastic and copper sheets. Both of those I am currently making here, so it wouldn't be too difficult to maybe split off a section for each, the plastic belt and the other belt, the copper sheet belt. So that way I could start making the circuit boards. Of course, the other problem then is I also need more plastic. So what I may do is look for a location where I have readily available access to copper as well as access to crude oil. Then I can go ahead and start making plastic. Okay, now I just need perfect. Get this done, and then I will have what I need to finish up the railway signaling, and then I can start putting up some signals. I don't need the signals at this particular moment. The reason being is because I only have the one train and the two stations. However, as things progress and I start adding more stations into the equation, I'm going to need the signals, especially since I do have some crossovers, specifically here at Forever Home. I want to make sure. Now, what I'm also trying to do is make sure that I keep the rail system as simplistic as possible in terms of how trains deviate. They'll pull off or peel off to go to a station, and then keep the merge points as simple as possible as well. I want to make sure the trains don't wind up running into each other, that sort of thing. And here we go.
Milestone reached. Train signals placed on train rails can control and improve train behavior. This helps to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement.
Nice. Nice. Okay. And our next one is we do Pipeline Engineering Mark II. And for trains, let's see. Transportation, block signals and path signals. This is true. Well, it's because it takes longer and longer to actually unlock new stuff. Wanted. Path signals are advanced signals that are especially useful for bidirectional railways and complex intersections. They function similarly to block signals, but rather than occupying the entire block, trains can reserve a specific path through it and will only enter the block if their path allows them to pass through. Okay. I don't have to worry about that because, well, I don't have a single rail setup. But what I want is power. I need motors. And I need need a lot more of those. Also, I need to grab some more fuel while I'm at it. So that's awesome. Ooh. And oh, perfect. Awesome. And then that's it. Perfect. That's what I want. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come down here to where it is loud AF. Where I'm just making a ton of fuel at the moment. Yeah, awesome. And yep, 2, 3, 4. Ow, damn it. And there. Let's see. Should be able to run this down. Go. Probably have to make room for the fifth one because I don't currently have any space for it down here. I have to make more of these too. I'm getting low. It's a travesty. All right, there we go. Do I have enough? I do not. I need more rubber. That's okay. So what I need to do is to go ahead. Get this all connected. Shoot, I need copper wire. Let's go get some. And so I have the copper wire. Then we can go ahead get everything else. Oh, I should. Well, I'm over here. Let's go grab some rubber because I need some more anyway. What are we doing on rubber anyway? Take all. That way I can drop some off. here. Nah. I kind of like the orange fuel tanks and then the blue of the plastic coming up here like this. That's one nice thing about how colorful the items get, is that it winds up creating a nice mixture of colors. I mean, that's one thing that they've done really well about this game, is made it very vibrant. Okay, what I want to do here is drop off some of the rubber. So check something. Space. I have back here. Okay. Yeah, I could probably do that. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking the dimensional depot and setting it up here off of these. And in that way, I can filter off a second output, like the stators and whatnot, that would go towards filling up the depot, dimensional depot. Oh, cool. And so that way, I would have all of these available to me when I'm out in the field. But if I'm ever just back here and need extra parts, I would also have some as well. So what I want to do next is drop off some of the rubber. Grab some copper wire. There we go. Nice and easy. Oh, no space. Damn it. Ow. Sons of bitches followed me for a while. There we go. That will be all 10 of what we need. Didn't realize I only had 4 down here. We're looking at that's 2,600 megawatts. Nope. You to be that. So there we go. You over here. There. So one of the games that I am eyeballing, more specifically keeping my eyeballs on, is that new game Inzoids. Zoy. Apparently, it's been getting a lot of good publicity lately. Since its launch yesterday, it's getting some good reviews too. But one of the big things that's been really cool is that originally they were going to launch it with the Denuvo anti-piracy software. And anybody who is a gamer generally looks at that and goes, "Ooh, that's a red flag. that's just that's not going to work for us." And so a lot of the community said, "Hey, is there any way you can, not do that?" And the publisher or the developers thought about it. They looked into it and they were like, "You know what? For the early access version, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take it out. You guys have spoken about it, and we are aware that it can cause issues. So for the time being, we're going to go ahead and take it out." And I think that right there also boosted their sales quite a bit. Because all of a sudden people are like, "Yay, they're listening to us. This is a good day." So it's awesome to see that the developer of the game is paying attention. But I also have been been having a hankering for a Sims-like game that is not The Sims. Because the biggest problem that The Sims has is that it's basically just a stripped down version of what it used to be, and then $4,000 worth of DLC. That's like, well, then why bother? I could just go ahead and spend, you know, an eighth of that and just go get a different version of it that is better. Or I could look at getting Inzoids and potentially getting not only a better product in the long run, but not getting shafted by EA all the time, which is a bonus. Ah. Did I get him? I got him. Ow. Get off me. Okay. That. Not enough space. Damn it. I went through all that effort. Not enough space. Story of my life. I don't want to see. But it's one of those that I kind of don't want to play it. I want to see. Want to see how it plays.
When will you land?
That was almost shitty. I also don't have enough space for that. I see. Well, actually, first of all, what I want to see is what are we doing on power? Ooh, almost 4,000 megawatts. That, actually, I think at that point it's 4 gigawatts of power, which is quite substantial. Awesome. That's still producing a whole bunch of coupons, so yay. Let's drop off giggles. I don't need all of that. Honestly, it's kind of interesting to see how the video game market is changing as much as it is. One of the big things that has also happened recently, and this is more financial news than anything else, is that because of the situation that Ubisoft finds itself in after the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows, there is talks that they are entering into agreements with Tencent. Idiot. Idiot was out.
Be appropriate.
Out. And essentially, what they would be doing, Tencent and Ubisoft would be doing, is forming a new Ubisoft. Which it's interesting how a lot of the Western video game companies have been sort of, no pun intended, shanghaied by by Eastern companies. Or Sphere. Awesome. Did I already get this one? I didn't. I did. Okay. But I think one of the biggest problems that has happened is that these big companies sort of lost sight of what was important about how they got to where they're at. And the biggest thing that they forgot to pay attention to was that just because they're the ones that are producing the product doesn't necessarily mean that we as the customers want it. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that companies make over time as they get larger and larger, is that they forget that they are producing products that are supposed to be sold to customers who want them. And they get this idea in their heads that they can just tell people, well, no, this is what you're going to get. Just deal with it. People are like, the hell you say? If I don't want your product, I'm not going to purchase it. And then they get all Pikachu face, surprise Pikachu face. They're all like, but what do you mean you're not going to buy it? Just not going to buy it. Oh, that's good stuff. Water. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going Go ahead and start setting up, hopefully, the first. Oh, Shazbot. Change that a little bit. Gotta go. Go. And I've got to move my awesome sink. Because this is going to be entertaining. Alright, I need to borrow this. Oh. Awesome. Let's move. Some of that. There we go. All right. Whoops. There. All right. What I need to do is you out of the way. That needs to be moved as well. That is indeed correct. Okay, there we go. The reason why that's important to move, so this is going to cause a problem at some point. I need modular frames. Which I don't have enough. What I'm going to do just need to know roughly how big these is. So right about right about there. Okay. I need to put some safe. Enough. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, good enough. Not perfect, but it'll do. And I should be able to do that. Okay, and then oh, I don't have enough of those. Okay, these are down there. Let's go make some more. Of course, right now I'm starting to get stuff backed up, which not terrible, just not great. Make some more of these. There we go. That should be enough. There we go. Now we can get that all running again. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Yeah, I can make that. No, I can't. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Kind of wish. Wonder. If we come of it. And yes, there we go. That works beautifully. That is way, way better. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I think that one might not work. Just a little bit too, yeah. That's fine. 'Cause that still helps put it into the wall. And there, everything's flowing again the way that it's supposed to. We don't have anything backed up. Getting all of our coupons. Everybody is happy. So the next thing that I need is, let's say, probably monitor light picture back. Let's go ahead. Got to head back anyway, so let's do. I need to go grab some of that SAM ore, specifically so that I can. I really do need to start putting up some like retaining walls or whatever. Make sure I don't go flying off at some point. But I need the SAM ore specifically so that way I can make the components necessary for the depots. And once I have the depots made, I can start adding more depots and start having more and more parts that are just available to me, as opposed to having to keep them in my inventory. Especially with the number of Mercer spheres that I have, that's really going to be helpful. I still need to find more, like a lot more, but that's okay. Little by little, the factory groweth. I think that's uranium down there. Like some green patches of ore, which, yay, radiation. I know, right? Just soak it up. And here we are back at the old base. There's still so much of the map that we haven't really fully explored yet, which is beautiful. Even though we're literally going from one side of the map to the other, there's still so much in between those 2 points that we haven't fully explored. Hell, we haven't even fully explored the starting area that this started in. Down we go. All right. Down this way. Leave. Huh. Why is that one shown? Weird. Oh well. At least leave it parked off to the side for now because that one we go over here. I have no space for anything. Of course I have no space. Why would I have enough space for anything? That's just silly. Boom. I don't. Actually, I don't think I have a workbench over here. Pretty sure I can make one. But yeah, I don't have like an actual crafting bench. That's what I'm saying. Welcome back, Cruisco. Thank you. Let's do organization and some stored books. That way I can at least drop some stuff off that I might not need. Like that. Alright, now make reanimated Sam. Oh, there we go. Oh, snap and crackle. Oh god, my legs. Excellent. And then Sam Fluctuator also needs steel pipe, which fortunately I have a bunch over here. More specifically, to drop off some of this crap now. There. And we will go grab some more of the Sam ore. Now our base of humble beginnings, which really started out as Kintar's base. And then he's all like, hey, I started up a dedicated server. Here's the information. You want to play on it? Yeah, sure, I guess. And here we are, almost. I don't know if it's been 1 or 2 months. I think it's just been 1 month now. Definitely a lot has changed over that time. And of course, he set it up with the original intention that it was going to be like a family oriented thing that we would hop on and play and dick around. I think he has actually logged into it, aside from when he first started the server, maybe 3 times, 4 times. I think that's about it. And mostly it's just because he's so busy between work and all, and of course, work and being a dad and stuff like that. Just doesn't necessarily have the time that he wants. Okay, reanimated Sam. Oh yeah, I don't have enough space for it. Let's drop off the. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take a quick AFK and refresh my water. I shall be right back. All right, there we go. I figure with all the coffee I've been drinking lately, might as well have some tea. It's been a while. All right, I need for a SAM fluctuator, I need some wire and wire. I also need go grab some steel pipes. Hopefully, I have enough over here. Otherwise, that might be a little bit of a problem. That is indeed a little bit of a problem. What are you making over here? Oh, stators. Okay. You have those. Boom. It's such a good sound. Such a nice, satisfying sound as you launch yourself into a vacuum tube. Okay. I should be able to make a few of these now. I think one of the things that I'm going to wind up having to do is set up a train so that I can bring Sam ore across. Although I do have that other location near our forever home, about partway through. In fact, I'll show it on the map here in a second. Go. Oh, yeah, good enough. The only thing I'm leaving behind is stuff that I easily have at the other location. Go. All right. But what I'm talking about is, I believe it's over here, one of these two locations, where I do have, or there is a deposit for Sam. But let's get on out of here, shall we? Head back to our forever home. And then see about setting up a couple of stuff. See about setting up a couple of those depots so that we can start getting Wi-Fi items. I think what I'll do is I'll start with iron plates and start working my way around. So that way I can get everything. guess, or I suppose, that the depots are supposed to be a replacement for items that you use most often. So instead of setting up the item shop, the item mall like I normally would, I would actually use the depots in order to um, better pull it all together. There's a word I'm looking for. But just to not only keep my own inventory cleaned up, but also so that I don't have to move items. But personally, I like it because of the fact that it acts as a central hub or central location for everything that you're doing. And it's a good way to track down as far as what is being built, what needs to be built, and what is still left to work on. Kind of gives you a checklist, if you will. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. You can see it over there. That node. That would be Samuel just sitting over there. Could very easily set up a bit of foundations off of here to be able to collect that and then transport it over either by train or by truck or tractor. And it wouldn't be too far away from the base either, since it's like right here. It seems like we were right behind the other tractor. Didn't even realize it. Yeah, there it goes. I wasn't that far behind it. Let's turn off your headlights. Don't need those lights on as well. Okay, so what I need for that is, oh shoot, do I have these being made? I do not. Need to fix that at some point. Drop off you, you. Because I know I'm making them at the other base. I really should be bringing them over to here. But let's go ahead and look at our first dimensional depot. Oh no. Small problem. Damn it. So it looks like, well, I could probably, let's do it this way. If I do that there, can I get, need to grab another Mercer sphere. Because I might be able to kind of tuck the other one around to the side, which would be fine as well. Ah, there you are. There goes some of those. Awesome. Rod. That means that as these start filling up, I won't have to keep this stuff in my inventory. That'll be stuff that I can just kick out of my inventory and that'll free up some space. So that's why these are going to be super, super useful. Perfect. And the nice thing is that even that, once these fill up, which they will at some point, but once these fill up, the overflow will still get kicked out to the awesome sink. So not only will I have some that are being stored in here, so in case I need some, or in case anybody else needs some. But on top of that, I'll also have the dimensional depot amount that will be available. And again, frees up inventory space because now I don't have to carry those things. So I can come in here and let's say drop off the screws and the rods and the iron plates. That's 19 coupons. Architecture, what do we have for architecture equipment? It's the customizer, which anything else? Not as of yet. We're getting there though. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we'll get the rest of the foundations. I kind of wish they had actual corners. I really wish that they had corners. Because I don't necessarily want to use corner ramps. I want to use proper corners for my foundations. Oh well. What else do I need for... Well, yes, I have been playing for 2 hours. Go. Sam fluctuators. Make some more of these. Tea. Delicious. Oh, I should also check to see how we're doing on plastic in the item hall. Since we were bringing a whole bunch of that in now. Let's check on it. Awesome. That is nice to see. Ooh. So, let's also add stuff. Ooh, almost. Might have to add. Go ahead. Need a faster way to get over there. That's my problem. There we go. Let's see about hauling some ass on over there. Eventually, I'm going to have to go through here, get all of this walled up, just like the other tunnel. That'll be fun. So that way I can start running trains along this route. Do is I'm going to go ahead and set up the modular frames so that they're feeding into the tractor as well. I think I already have. Well, I have rotors and I have reinforced iron plates being made back at Forever Home. So it's just the modular frames that I need to start making here. And I'll basically take care of all the basic stuff. There. I don't remember what that was. I think that was just a route that I had taken at some point. It is kind of fun though, taking this road from one side to the other. It's kind of an enjoyable drive. One of the things that I really want to do though, this isn't related to Satisfactory, but I would like to work on a game that I guess I'm trying to think of the best way to describe, more specifically, the best way to order my thoughts on the process. Because there's several different games that I want to make. The first one that I want to make is kind of like Satisfactory in VR in zero G. Now, if you've been around and you've seen me stream Lone Echo, or you've seen me playing Echo Arena, you might understand the kind of physics that I would like to do in the game. where you use your arms and the controllers to like grab things and pull yourself around. You have little thrusters on your wrists, or you have a main thruster on your back. That sort of thing. One of the points in Lone Echo during the early portion of the game has you visiting the various mining points or various points around the mining facility, checking up on things. And that form of locomotion in VR is actually just a lot of fun. And I think it would be cool to do a game like that, and specifically to do a game like that that is maybe like up to 4-player multiplayer, 4-person multiplayer. All right, I need to bring all of that around. Have it join up with this. Which is gonna be fun. Don't need you. Just making automated wiring. Not anymore. Right. Let's put you over here instead. Yeah, that'll work. Just drop off all this crap. Oh, thank you. There. Bunch of that. I still have some on me, which is fine. All right. Next up, I need to run. Where do I want to run this? Run that. That. That is, of course, too long. That. What I thought. Okay. What? Sure. There we go. And finally, son of a biscuit eater. Although, don't get me wrong, biscuits are delicious. Love me some biscuits. Biscuits and gravy. Used to go to Bojangles every so often. Get a couple of biscuits with sausage gravy. So good. Okay. Should. There we go. The nice thing is that we're not yet filling up the truck station. It's down here. Yeah, we're barely filling this up, so we're not even approaching its capacity. And we're definitely not approaching the capacity of the tractor. So it still has plenty of room to carry this stuff back. Which is what I want. So now we are going to have the modular frames going back to our forever home. You know what? I don't really think that they are the best viewers. If they were the best viewers, like, you wouldn't have to advertise them. They'd just show up. That's how you know they're the best viewers. Since they're not just showing up, you're getting banned. I know, right? I already have the best viewers. I don't know where they are, but I know I have them. Oh yeah, and there's hollows. All right. Moving that out of the way, so that way I can do. This. I mean, I guess you're all right. Like I'm ever actually going to tell you that you're the best viewer. That'd go straight to your head, and I'd never hear the end of it. So it's just best if I don't admit it. Nah. You're like mediocre viewer at best. Maybe possibly adequate. Hey, big guy. You enjoying the tightrope there? Must be. Fortunately, with all this work here, I have plenty of I have plenty of concrete nearby. Yeah, that'll work. That'll also have to be one of the other things that I wind up adding to my dimensional depots. is the concrete. Get in there. There we go. That ought to work brilliantly. Yeah. Ooh, this is a great opportunity. Use some of my other foundations here. Such as that one. And don't need you. There we go. Perfect. That will make it a little bit easier. Get around here. There we go. Now all I have to do is go collect some more sand ore, throw it in here, bring it back, good to go. Oh yeah, what's over here? Go. Nice. It's just random shit to blow up. Is that all it is? Okay, rocks, you can go away. There they go. Yeah, there's like nothing over here. Okay. Although at some point, I should get on top of that big old arch. Someday. There we go. All right, whatever. Drop off some more of this crap. We'll fill her up. There we go. Hey, buddy, coming through. Hunt for bugs later. Let's see, where is... Okay, tractor's right here. Cool. Where is it? No, it's not. Is it on its way back to Forever Home? I guess it is. As are we. Tea. Haven't had any in a while. It's not like I swore off tea. It's just that I thought that it might be contributing to part of the reason why I was so tired all the time. So I kind of stopped drinking it as often. I've just been primarily drinking water. Like yesterday, I slept so much. It was kind of nice. Like after the stream, I was up for a little while, then laid down for my nap, and slept up until probably about 5:30. Had a little something to eat, was awake for a little bit longer, and then went back to bed. Slept for another 4 or 5 hours, was awake for a little bit, and then went back to bed again. It's kind of nice. Finally catch up on some sleep. I don't feel so ragged today. Past few nights, like actually the past few days, I should say, or at least for most of this week, I've just felt absolutely beat up. But today, I do feel considerably better. And tonight's dinner is going to be fun. Talking about it while I was taking my tea break. Mom and I happen to like sauerkraut. And specifically, we like sauerkraut with hot dogs. My sister, on the other hand, does not like sauerkraut. I don't get why. It's just amazing stuff. But she's the odd one out. She just, like, there's lots of stuff that my mom and I like that my sister won't eat. It's just so weird. We're like, what are you talking about? This is the most delicious stuff ever. She's like, ew, gross. Alrighty. It's a lot of fun driving the vehicles in this game. Granted that. Did a good job with the driving physics of the vehicles. At some point, I need to go get the exploration vehicle. I don't know exactly where it is. The map is telling me that it's in one location, but I don't necessarily trust that. Because if it's there, that probably means that it was Kintar's fault. Which is entirely plausible. Oops. Nope. Alrighty. Now let's see if we have been up modular frames. Not as of yet. That's okay though. Because what'll probably wind up happening is that as the tractor is going back and forth between bases, it'll go ahead and start bringing them over. And then, of course, while this is running on my brother's computer in the background, it'll be going ahead and moving all that stuff to where it needs to be. Oh, good. Ooh, fine black powder or Caterium wire. That's 120 per minute. Ooh. You know, I don't know which one. I don't, because both of them are going to be really good. Because right now, black powder is one coal, one sulfur, and I get 2 black powder out of it, which is 30 per minute. If I go with this, it's 1 sulfur and compacted coal, which is 45 per minute. That doesn't feel like that's better. Because at that point, that is a total of 6. No. I don't know. I think that might be a little bit better. I think I'll wait right now. Since I'm not sure, I'm not going to jump into it, and I can just sit there and hold on for now. So that won't be a big deal. Of course, it's got to make that circle to come around. And bump into that wall. I really should go ahead and move that. Node there. And off it goes. Awesome. Brought in a bunch of stuff. I see. Just a Mark 1. Well, you were just a Mark 1. Now you are a Mark 2. Oh yeah, I need to upgrade this. Well, why though? Just leave it as is. It'll be fine. Anyway, let us continue on here with our creating our item of all sorts. Now that I'm going to have modular frames, let's also see. Okay, so the screws are about finished. Awesome. Iron plates still have a ways to go. Iron rods are finished. Okay, cool. Now screws are going to start getting added to. Yep, there they go. Start filling this stuff first. After the fact. Cool. Alright, what I need next is start making these. See about making a couple more of the dimensional depots, and we'll go from there. May also check the MAM to see if I can do some more research for that, what it'll take. Okay, and then more fluctuators. I think I only need like 10 of them, something like that, per build. Also, I don't know why I have. I know why, because I accidentally picked some up. All right. Logistics. Organization. There we go. No, but I want to look over here at alien technology. Sloop. That's the alien power augmenter. That's the production amplifier. Okay. I need 17 computers and 3 Mercer spheres, and I can start uploading from my inventory directly. I think the computers might be worth it. What do I need? Circuit boards, and then okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that, so that way I can get that sort of last little bit of research done, and then from there I can start cleaning up my inventory a little bit more. I'll still need to go through and try and find more Mercer spheres, just so that way I can continue filling out what I need to for everything. I wonder that Satisfactory Mercer spheres. Okay, cool. So it looks like there is a total of 298 Mercer spheres in the entire game. So more than enough to actually do all of the research and whatnot that I need to do. Or I should say, more than enough for the research and then also for any of the construction that I want to do. So I've got plenty available for what I want. Okay, that's 15 of those. Because I was a little bit worried that they might be an incredibly scarce commodity. But fortunately, they're not. Fortunately, they're actually pretty easy to find. More specifically, that there are enough of them around that I have freedom to use them as I see fit. Which was a smart design idea. It means that I don't feel trapped by having to have or having to use them for one thing or another. I should say that. And I still need to find some more summer sloops. But all in all, there we go. We are in a good position here. Alien technology. Start research.
Manual depot uploader unlocked. Storage dimension and pocket dimension now connected both ways and stable. Parts can now be uploaded to the storage dimension directly from the inventory. Note: the storage dimension now understands the boundaries of the pocket dimension and recognizes the distinction between matter belonging to the Pioneer's inventory and matter belonging to the Pioneer.
The window within the window within the shallows within the deep, curling around itself separately, echoes strangely.
I'm sure strange is the correct term for what this must feel like to you.
I want to know more about what's going on with the aliens and why Ada is starting to understand them. The fact that Ada is starting to understand them is also just a little bit creepy. But now I can go ahead and start uploading stuff to the Dimensional Depot. Awesome. So, all of this just so that we can start clearing up yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. And then you need to be concrete. And there we go. Perfect. Can I get another one in here? I can. What I need though, that. Nope. I need you guys. And specifically cased industrial beams. The great thing is this, I'll be able to go ahead and upgrade some of the belts that I have in place to the tier 4, and that'll just make everything flow a little bit faster and a little bit better. I love hearing the train go overhead. Now, currently, the train isn't really doing anything except just going from one station to another. That's all it's doing. It is using up power, but that's okay because I have plenty of power to spare. Are reinforced iron plates. There we go. Awesome. Little by little, we are expanding and upgrading and updating just in general getting to a better position economically, I should say. Now, part of what I want to do is I need to readjust that. I can probably do that later. Let's see. Train should be showing up here. Just a few. What do I want to do? I know. Constantly running in this game. That's right. It builds character or some BS like that. I don't know. Oh, man. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm not certain. I think that's part of my problem is that I don't know where to go from here. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually just going to take a short day. I know they've all been kind of shortish days, like 3 hours or so. I think this one, we're just going to do a couple hours. Wrap this one up. I'm also getting hungry. And that'll give me some time to kind of figure out what we're going to do, what I'm going to do over the weekend in terms of getting more of this stuff ready for next week. And then go from there. Also, of note, check. Let's see. So next Tuesday, next Tuesday, the 4th, Path of Exile 2 is going to be dropping their new content patch, which is the name of it again? Steam, where are you at? That is Dawn of the Hunt. Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt is coming up next Tuesday. So I may actually stream that, although that is going to be later in the day. So I don't know if I will or not, or if it'll be like the next day, do it on Wednesday, or if I just do a late stream, a longer stream. We'll have to wait and see. Yes, should be Tuesday the 4th. Yeah. Next Tuesday, the 4th. And then on what day is it? No. Next Tuesday is the 4th. Saturday is. Wait, what? The hell? Oh, I see. Okay. The hell? Oh. Sorry. You're correct. It was Windows Calendar that was messed up. It was showing me. It was showing me March, but March wasn't set up correctly for some reason. I don't know what happened there. So you are indeed correct. All right. So sorry. It will be Friday the 4th. So next Friday will probably be an interesting stream. I was like, wait a minute. And then I want to check. And okay, so the other thing that's coming up is that I potentially have jury duty on the 15th. So that week, I'm supposed to call in the day before, late the evening. I was supposed to call to see if they still need me. But potentially, depending on how things go, it may just be that I'm off for that Tuesday, 15th, that I won't be around. But that could also, depending on how things go, could be the entire week. So it's one of those, just to let you guys know that there may be a disruption in my content, and that is all. That is the reason why. So, however, oh, nice. I know people always get so excited about new shoes. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this up for today. We're just going to have ourselves a nice early weekend. And we should be able to come back and hit the ground running. Yeah, that'll be nice. We're going to hit the ground running next week on Monday and see about getting as much stuff done as possible. So, other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up today. As always, thank you all for joining me on these misadventures. So glad to have you guys along for the ride. You all have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, stay out of trouble, and remember, if you get caught, I don't know you. I will catch you guys next